Good afternoon, my lovelies. What it do, what it do, what it do. This Miss Yaakov coming straight from that Spiker Star, a.k.a. the Messenger, a.k.a. the Virgo Goddess, a.k.a. the Daughters of Zion, a.k.a. that Topaz Gem Sapphire. Hey, listen, always have a message for you, but it's up to you to discern what Miss Yaakov is trying to say. Remember, I'm just an outsider looking into your world, seeing things that you just don't see, okay? But dig this. The name of this is called, Hey, Sinner's Sloth. Not just laziness, but a deeper spiritual apathy and indifference towards one's faith, duties, and God. It manifests as physical inactivity, procrastination. This sin of indifference involves a lack of care for one's spiritual life, spiritual lethargy that hinders growth, and a willful gloom or complacency that turns away from a passionate and purposeful life. Him before church, his own heart, words, and intentions. He stated he doesn't know why he's compelled taking his daughter to church. He stated he wasn't looking forward to it. He thinks it's a waste of time, like most things are, and asked what he got from the service. He stated the preacher was entertaining. Okay, let me just say this. I watched the individual's live yesterday, and I'm not going to say his name because one thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to cast my precious pearls to abominable swine. Okay, that's one thing that I don't do, okay? But anyway, I was watching his live, okay, and he was getting his daughter ready for church, okay, and he had the wrong type of attitude talking about he doesn't know why he's doing this and he thinks it's a waste of time and just saying all this stuff, okay? And not only that, but when he got there, he had this look on his face. So whatever attitude that he had from the morning time, he then turned around and he brought it into the Roman Catholic Church, okay? Because that's what it is. All Baptist churches is the Roman Catholic Church under the Church of Rome. Okay, let's get that clear. So he was in the wrong place. He had the wrong attitude and he was in the wrong place, okay? And then he had this whole attitude, okay? Now the little girl, she seemed like she was interested for the first few minutes. The first few minutes she was clapping, okay? She was clapping, and then the rest of the time, she just went from 0 to 100, and then she went to sleep, and then she woke up, and then went back to 0 to 100 again, okay? But she would have been more into it if his attitude would have been better than what it was, okay? If his attitude would have been better than what it was, she would have been into it, okay? But his attitude wasn't right from the door, okay? It wasn't right from the door. Then a lady from the church came and said something to him, and he had this attitude on his face. Like his whole attitude, it was just disgusting. It was just disgusting. Let me tell you, disgusting, okay? And then he did another live, right? He was on a live and people was asking him, what did he get from the service? And then he said that the preacher was entertaining. And I'm like, y'all, like, what's the sense of even doing? Like, what's the sense of even going? Like, what's the purpose of all that? He would have been better off just doing what he was doing. Okay, like it just serves no purpose for him to be there because he didn't learn anything. It wasn't in his heart to learn anything. And then he said the preacher was entertaining. What is entertaining was saving your soul. This is life and death. He's about to die for his sins. His daughter is going to get punished on account of his sins. And he thinks that the preacher was entertaining. That's not entertaining. That's not entertaining. Life and death is not entertaining. It's not entertaining at all. This is in reference to life and death, and he's sitting up here talking about the preacher was entertaining. It's like, who do these chicks be laying up with, having these kids with? Because I don't see who laid up with him and had a baby with him. Like, seriously, I don't. There's no way that I can deal with a man like that. There's no way that I can have somebody like that on my team. Never, ever. I'm sorry. That was just disgusting. His attitude was very, very disgusting. And it made it worse on his daughter. Because, and this is the Church of Jerusalem, not the Church of Rome. See, yesterday he went to the Church of Rome. This is from the Church of Jerusalem, sweetie. Exodus 34:7. He punishes the children for the sins of the parents to the third and fourth generation. His daughter going to have to pay for his sins, okay, on account of him. Okay, so therefore, I don't see what's entertaining about that. I don't see what's entertaining about that. That's not entertaining at all. That's sad. That's sad. That's sad and despicable. Then he did another live with another female. I'm not going to say her name. We're going to talk about that in another segment, okay? But he did a live with another female, and she asked him, because he was talking about his situation and about the, getting assistance and all this and all that, and it kept going back to the church, right? So they're asking him about his situation. Is he trying to seek any help? Is he applying for anything? Like, what is he doing? Is he trying to make it better? What is he doing? He then turned around and just started making up all these extra excuses. Every time it was a solution offered to him, he then shot it down and came up with the excuses, okay? This nigga, okay, because that's what he is. He's not a man. He's a nigga, an uneducated nigger. Okay, that's what he is. He has a lot of excuses. He has 0 to 100 excuses on why he can't do this and why he can't do that. Okay, he got a sob story with a bunch of excuses. Okay, and then the female told him, and I commended her for saying it. She told him, she said she believes in proactive. She said, I believe in proactive, my guy. You got to be proactive with this. What is you doing? She asked him, what is he doing? And he kept sitting there, well, but ain't no but. You got to get up, get out, and get something. Do something. Don't sit there and do nothing. Do something. He the type of nigga that want food, but don't want to go out and hunt for the food. He want people to give him food instead of going out to go hunt for the food. Go hunt. Do something. Go take some leaves off this tree right here and bring it to your baby girl so she could get some nourishment in her body instead of that damn bird flu cough she got going on. Do something with yourself. Do something. Just sitting there expecting somebody to do something and you ain't doing nothing at all. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. This is sad. This is sad. And then she asked him again. She said, well, what did you learn from the service? He then turned around and said, I don't know. What did I learn from the service? He didn't learn anything. So what was the sense of going? And then he went on and said, oh, well, he ain't go for himself. He went for his baby girl. He didn't go for his baby girl because his attitude was a pile of dookie. His attitude was evil from the door. He didn't go for her. He would have been better off not doing anything at all. That is a sign of sloth. 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 Let me say it for the people in the back. Sloth. That's a sin. He's a filthy, disgusting individual. He don't give a damn about his daughter's soul. Nothing. He didn't have the dignity within himself. That just pissed me off. And then you got these fake people in the comments. Let me tell you something about these fake people in the comments. People are so fake, they'll tell you look good when you look like a pile of dookie on a stick. They ain't your friends. They ain't even their own friends. Because let me tell you something. The truth hurts. The truth hurts. Anywho, I'm about to get on out of here. This is sickening with these stupid parents out here. Who be laying up with these guys? There's no way you could be an evil nigger like that and expect a blessing to come out. Ain't nothing coming out of there. He's the children of Tophet. The children of Tophet. Him and his daughter. His daughter gonna suffer on account of his foolishness. And he was in the wrong place. He had the wrong attitude, wrong spirit, wrong intentions, wrong heart. And he was in the wrong place. Because he went to the Church of Rome. You know the highest priest on earth is Melchizedek. That's the highest priest on earth. We're talking about the Levitical priesthood, not the Roman Catholic Church. They're not God sent. And you still got to do the work yourself. Outkast said it best in Goody Mob. You got to get up, get out, and get something. How would you make it if you never even tried? He don't even try. Try to do something. Be proactive instead of making up all these excuses on why you can't. No, you choose not to. That's what you call a bum. A richest person in the world could be a bum. Kendra Sleeves, a.k.a. Kendra G, she's a bum. She's a rich bum with nothing. Because you take all that away and guess what she got? She's a broken spirited person with nothing. She has no treasure stored for her soul. She's a bum. He's a bum. They all bums. They don't want nothing out of life. They expect food but don't want to work for it or go out and earn it. Anywho, I'm about to get on out of here. That pissed me off to the max. I don't like it. I don't like it. These chicks need to be careful who they dealing with. And all these other chicks out here trying to fix this nigger. You can't fix a nigger like that. A nigger like that don't want to be fixed. Leave him alone and let him fall into his ditch of hell where he belongs. He's a demon. Anywho, this the Daughters of Zion looking into your world, seeing things that you just don't see. I'm gone.